Keep Warm, Keep Well, 1995-1996. This is an audio version of the brochure Keep Warm, Keep Well, 1995-1996, prepared as a joint venture by Help the Aged, Age Concern, Neighbourhood Energy Action, the Department of Health, and the Benefits Agency. This tape is recorded by Talking Newspaper Enterprises Limited and is tone indexed. There will be a 4-second tone at the end of each section to enable you to move easily from one section to another if you have a cue and review facility. The contents are as follows. Section 1. Introduction. Keep warm, keep well this winter. Section 2. Keeping yourself warm. Section 3. Keeping your home warmer. Section 4. Help to make your home warmer. Section 5. Paying for heating. Section 6. What to do in an emergency. Section 7. Where to find help and advice. Section 8. Useful leaflets. And Section 9. Useful telephone numbers.
Section 1. Introduction. Keep warm, keep well this winter. Keeping warm is a vital part of keeping yourself well in winter. This is especially true for those who may be particularly vulnerable, such as older people, people with chronic illness, or young children. This booklet has been produced to help you help yourself and tells you where you can get the advice you need. Amongst other things, the food you eat, the clothes you wear, and the way you heat your home are very important. There are methods of paying your fuel bills which make it easier to manage your budget. You may be able to get grants for draft proofing and insulation. Also, there are various organizations which can provide you with sound, practical advice locally. If you need more information or advice for yourself or on behalf of a relative, neighbor, or friend, ring the Winter Warmth Line, telephone free on 0800 289 404. And for deaf people with text-only Minicom, free on 0800 26 9626, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Key points on keeping warm. Try to keep a constant temperature of 21 degrees Celsius, which is 70 degrees Fahrenheit in all rooms, including the bedroom, bathroom, and passages. If this is not possible or affordable, keep one room warm, but preheat the bed and bedroom for several hours before retiring for the night. Make sure your home is well insulated. If you have problems with fuel bills or are worried about disconnection, seek help straight away. Make sure you know what the temperature is in your house by buying room thermometers. Use draft excluders and keep curtains closed, but make sure you do not block up air vents as fuel-burning appliances need fresh air to burn properly. Make sure you have some hot food and drink every day. Take a little exercise every day. Wrap up warmly before going out, no matter how short the trip. Always wear gloves and a hat, cap, or headscarf out of doors. Keep warm in bed at night.
Section 2. Keeping yourself warm. Look after yourself. Everyone is at risk in very cold weather to some extent. But if you're seriously underweight, or you have a disability, or if you have chronic bronchitis, emphysema, asthma, or a previous history of heart disease or stroke, it's advisable to take special care to keep warm. Flu is more common in the winter months. You can be vaccinated against it. This is recommended if you have chronic bronchitis, asthma, heart disease, kidney disease, or diabetes, or another endocrine disorder. So if you have one of these conditions, ask your GP about vaccination. It might save you from being ill. Food is fuel. The right food and drink are vitally important in keeping you warm and healthy in the long winter months. During cold weather, hot meals and plenty of hot drinks will make you feel warmer inside. Have at least one proper meal a day. If possible, this should be hot food. Eat plenty of fresh fruit and vegetables when you can. Remember that bread, milk, meat, fish, eggs, potatoes, peas and beans, including baked beans, are good sources of protein, energy and vitamins. A warm drink before going to bed may help to keep you warm. Also, it might be a good idea to keep a vacuum flask filled with a hot drink by your bedside in case you wake up in the night feeling cold. If you are on a special diet of any kind, you should talk to your doctor before changing your daily food and drink in any way. Keeping active. As we get older, our bodies are not as good at keeping warm as they used to be. Circulation problems, arthritis, other medical conditions, or a poor appetite can make this worse. When you move around or take any form of exercise, extra heat is produced inside your body. So any kind of activity, no matter how leisurely, will help to keep you warm. This is why it is so very important to keep on the move. Don't stay sitting down for long periods without getting up and moving about. Try to space out any jobs you have to do so that you can alternate resting times with activity. In very cold or icy weather, it is better to take some form of indoor exercise rather than going outdoors. Even walking up or downstairs can help keep you warm. It is helpful, particularly if you cannot go out, to try to exercise your arms and legs. Moving your hands and feet, in particular, stimulates the circulation. Wrapping up warmly when you go out. Never underestimate just how cold it can be outside. If you have to go out in very cold weather, put on gloves or mittens, cover your head, and wear warm underwear and several light layers of clothing under your coat. Always wear a cap, hat, or headscarf outside, as a very large proportion of your body heat is lost through the top of the head. If it is windy as well as cold, remember to wear a scarf tucked inside your coat collar as well. Some items of warm clothing, like long underwear, may not seem very fashionable today, but they can be very effective and are an inexpensive way of keeping yourself warm. It is also important to wear strong, warm shoes or boots when you go outside. A warm insole can be added to insulate your feet against cold ground underfoot. And if your boots are roomy enough, you can put on an extra pair of socks as well. Remember, if your head, ears, hands and feet are well covered, you will find you feel much warmer all over. When you're indoors. At home, several layers of clothing, rather than just one very thick layer, will keep you warm during the day by trapping warm air between them. Wearing a long-sleeved vest or t-shirt under your normal clothes will make you feel much warmer than if you only add heavy layers on top. Leg warmers are a cheap and useful way of keeping warm. Even quite a thin, silky scarf or neckerchief wrapped round your neck inside your collar will help keep cold drafts away. Wearing thermal underwear or warm nightwear with bed socks and a nightcap or headscarf round your head will also help to keep you warm in bed at night. Generally, clothes made from natural fibres such as wool, cotton or silk will keep you warmer than clothes made from synthetic fibres. However, there are now synthetic fibres on the market which are specifically designed to be light yet very warm. Staying warm indoors. You should aim to keep the whole house comfortably warm at all times. An all-house temperature of 21 degrees centigrade, that's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, is recommended for the maintenance of health and comfort of older people. Temperatures can fall particularly low during the night, so that it's best to keep your bedroom window closed in cold weather, and some form of heating in the room where you sleep is advisable. Make sure you follow the manufacturer's safety instructions. A wall thermometer may help you to check that it's warm enough. Even something simple and inexpensive such as a hot water bottle can make you more comfortable at any time of the day or night. Rubber hot water bottles should be filled with water that is not too hot and should be covered to avoid any risk of scalds through leakage. Never use a hot water bottle and an electric blanket together, as this is extremely dangerous and could give you an electric shock. Different types of heaters are available to help you keep warm. Check in your local shops or with your gas or electricity company. Some electricity suppliers operate budget warmth schemes designed to guarantee one warm room. Ask your electricity company for details. Staff at a gas showroom may give advice on appropriate low-cost gas heaters or ring your gas company. You may prefer to contact your local energy advice centre for independent advice.
Section 3. Keeping your home warmer. Keeping the heat inside. All the heat inside your house will eventually escape to the outside through windows, walls, ceilings, floors, and so on. However, just how long it takes for the heat to flow out will depend on how well insulated and draft-proofed your home is. Sitting in a drafty room will lower your body temperature and make you feel cold and uncomfortable. Yet the problem of drafts can be simply and effectively solved by filling in any gaps around windows or doors with draft-proofing materials. Remember, floor-level draft-proofing materials should be fitted securely and not be loose-lying, as they can be a hazard, causing falls. Use the best quality materials you can afford. Draft-proofing materials need not be expensive, are easy to fit, and are available at most hardware and department stores. If you are living on a low income, or you or your spouse are over 60, you may also be able to get help with the cost. Refer to Section 9 for details. If you cannot get help or fit the materials yourself, ask a friend or relation, or someone you trust to do it for you, or phone the Energy Action Grants Agency, the EAGA, free on 0800 181 667. For names of local contractors. EAGA may also be able to supply you with ventilation guidelines. This section sets out how you can keep your home warm through draft-proofing and insulation, and by making better use of the heating you have. Following on from this, the next section describes some of the help that is available to make your home warm. Draft-proofing doors and windows. If your windows and doors do not fit properly, you can lose a lot of heat, so make sure you draft-proof them. And here are a few ways you can do it. Put metal or plastic draft-proofing strips around the sides of the doors. Fit draft excluders to the bottoms of doors. Hang a heavy curtain over the front door to make the hall warmer. Give a special cover for the letterbox. Seal gaps in window frames between window frames and walls, and between the frame and the opening parts of each window. You can leave the top edge of some windows free of draft-proofing to allow a little ventilation. Double glazing doesn't have to be very expensive. Fitting plastic sheeting to your window frames by using double-sided tape or magnetic strip is cheap and effective. But make sure the sheeting is easily detachable so that it does not prevent you getting out through the window in case of fire. Hang heavy curtains or curtains with thermal linings. When you draw the curtains in the evening, remember not to cover radiators which are under the windows. Remember, always leave sufficient ventilation to keep the air fresh and for gas and coal fires to burn safely. Never block ventilation bricks. Insulating the hot water cylinder and pipes. The quicker heat escapes from your hot water cylinder, the more often you will need to switch on the water heating to warm it up. You can buy an approved 80mm, that's 3-inch, tank jacket to cut down on heat loss quite cheaply. Check that the jacket has been made to the current British standard by looking for the label with the British Standards Institute's kite mark symbol. Insulating the cylinder in this way will mean your water will stay hot for a longer time, and so should reduce water heating costs. Many new tanks are already covered in insulating material and do not require further lagging. However, you should still insulate any exposed hot water pipes. Remember that pipes which are in the roof space or subject to drafts may freeze in very cold weather. To prevent this, Insulate them with felt lagging or foam pipe wrap available from hardware stores. You may want to ask a neighbour or relative to help. For more information on insulating your hot water cylinder and pipes, listen to Section 4.